G'day guys, Victifreak here and welcome back to another episode of my drawing tutorial. Now, before we begin, let me just say, guys, thank you so much. And now why I say this is because just recently, we have surpassed 100 subscribers. Now, that may not seem like much for some of you, but to me this is a pretty big deal. It's only been a little over a year since I started out this channel, and yeah, 100 subscribers is something that I'm very happy with. And last time I checked, we are very close, like I think 10 views away from 10,000. Was it 10,000? Yes, 10,000 views. So guys, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Now, enough of that, let's get on to what you came here to see, the drawing tutorial. So a few weeks ago, we were given a new trailer for Sun and Moon, and they introduced in that trailer a thing called Alolan forms, which is basically Pokemon that can only be seen in that form if they come from Alola, the Alola region, which is pretty interesting. And by far, my favorite design, my favorite Alolan Pokemon, so far anyway, that we know of, my favorite Alolan design would have to be the Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales. They are just so damn majestic. Look at it. Anyway, it just looks freaking beautiful. I just love it. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it, and I knew I had to make a drawing tutorial of it. I was just I just had to. I just love it so much, which is why this episode, it is not a viewer suggested drawing tutorial. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's get on to the actual video. So today we will be drawing with color pencils, and here are the tools that you will need. As per usual, we need a pencil and rubber, eraser, whatever you want to call it, an outliner, and four color pencils. Oh wait, no, not four, but five, but there is this one pink color. You'll barely be able to tell that we even use this, so it's going to be more like four colors, I guess. So there's the pink pencil, and then we have a gray. We have just a normal gray pencil, and then the other three are all different shades of blue. So we just have a normal blue. So with the normal blue, we're going to be using it in different ways. We're going to be shading lightly, as well as a little stronger. We're going to be using these colors, mostly these three colors, these three blues, and just using them at different tones. So we have just a normal blue, doesn't really matter. Then we have a darker blue, which is a little hard to tell. This is a very dark blue, if we can focus on that. So this is just a very dark blue, almost a black, but it's really not a black. It may seem that way, but it's not. And then we have this grayish blue, which is also going to be very useful. So here we have a grayish blue. So a blue, dark blue, and a grayish blue. That's literally it. And a gray and a pink pencil. That's it. All the colors. Alright, so we are going to be drawing both Vulpix and Ninetails. So we'll just start off with the let's see. So we're gonna have the Ninetails just somewhere around here, I'd say, and fairly large as well. We're gonna have the little Vulpix just around here, so they're gonna be next to each other, and the Vulpix will be in front of the Ninetails because it's bigger, and it might overlap a bit of the Ninetails. Maybe, we'll see what happens. So at the moment, we're just gonna draw. Let's just for Ninetails, just make a huge circle because it has a big tail, which when you just look at it, it just looks like a huge circle, I guess, because of the shape of the tail. It takes up a lot of the space. So they're all going to be facing this way, by the way. Although the Ninetails is going to be standing towards this way, but the head will be facing this way, and the Vulpix is just going to be standing towards that way. So at the moment, we're just going to draw a big circle just around here. A little lower, because otherwise you won't see on the camera. We'll just draw here. Okay, that looks alright. So you wanna, yeah, I guess we wanna make it pretty big. So make it take up more than half the page, and then we'll put in the Vulpix just right here, really small. Okay, so maybe they're not going to be overlapping. I don't know, they might not. We'll just see how that turns out. And so yeah, it seems about right. Size seems pretty good as well compared to each other. Vulpix is definitely much smaller than Ninetails. So yeah, looks alright. Okay, so just rub this out a little. Okay, so now let's actually start showing the position that these Pokemon will be standing in. So with the Ninetails, so it's gonna be about here, like 2/3, the 1/3 of the, no, not 1/3, 1/4 of the circle, the right side of the right side. Just make a line that basically goes through it like this. Alright, and that's basically going to be the shape of the back of its neck as well as the leg, pretty much. We'll have its head like this. Actually, the head is more a little down here. This is going to be some of the fur. The neck is going to be around here. And just draw some fur here. Just make okay, and then we have the legs. The legs are going to be, just draw one leg here and another one here. There we go. And we'll have the back just here, just coming out around here, I'd say. And yeah, so the actual body doesn't take up much of the circle because most of the part that's taken up is the tail, which takes up a huge amount of space. It's very big and very round. So here we'll have the leg. Something like that. Okay, so that's the first leg. It took a bit of adjusting, but seems about right. And just have the belly up here. And we'll have the other leg just curve down very similarly. And this one's more diagonal than the other. And that's pretty much it for that. Now we might just change, fix up the head a little. Alright, so with the head just around here, make it a little more narrow, I guess. The snout as well. Like that. A little more pointy. And be a little lower actually. So I'm just gonna curve up like this. Okay, and now let's see, we'll just do the other side here. So just make that a little bigger, the fur area, and then the neck, something like this, I'd say, and we'll put in the ear. So that's just like a triangle pretty much. Okay, and then we have the fur on its head, so that pretty much just goes on top of its head. We're not actually gonna show the whole thing, and it's gonna go off the paper a little. It's a little annoying, but it should be alright. It's not too big of a deal. It's just the tip of the fur. And there's a little more here, and we'll clean that up a little later. Okay, and then we have the fur on the tail. That's the real deal. So actually at the moment, just make a big circle, I guess. Just go like this. Just make a bit of a oddly shaped circle, I guess is the closest thing you could say. And just gonna have some of the fur just coming out like this. Okay, that's pretty much it. So that's just a huge tail. And now we'll do the Vulpix. So with the Vulpix, we'll just start off with the head. The head is fairly large. Just here. Takes up about, I don't know, maybe a little less than half of its body shape. So here we just have the body. Alright, that's pretty much the shape, and then we have more tail fur here, which will, I guess, end up overlapping some of the fur on Ninetails' tail. Alright, let's just fix up the shape of his head a little. So with the head, we're just gonna draw the snout again. Start off with the snout. Okay, and we'll draw the neck a little, something like that, and back of the head. And then we have the ear here. And then we have some fur on its head. So it's gonna be like this. Put some more detail on that a little later. Maybe make the snout a little less pointy, a little curved, much cuter. And then we'll fix up the shape of its body. So maybe make his leg a little longer. Okay, and now with the back of its body, we're just gonna make like it's gonna be like a cone shape, I guess, a triangle, and it's gonna get more narrow as we move back. So it's gonna get fairly smaller. Okay, that's pretty much it. I think we got the shape pretty nice, and hasn't taken too much time, so that's very nice as well. And so I think now we get into the proper details. So now I'm gonna start pressing a little harder, and you know what, before I do that, let's just put in the shape of the eye, because it's pretty important, obviously. So we just have the eye here. It's gonna be fairly simple. I also just love the look of the eye of these Pokemon. It just looks so beautiful, I guess. Okay, and the other, and with Vulpix's eye, it's pretty much the same shape, except it's more squarish, I'd say. Okay, that seems right. Maybe just make this a little smaller. There we go. And we'll put on this nose as well, and the little mouth here. And put on the nose on Ninetails as well. And the mouth. Okay, so that's pretty much it with the basic shapes, and then I guess I'll just start moving on to the more detailed shapes. So I guess there's not really much to say. It's just gonna be a lot of fur, so a lot of just fluffy shapes, I guess, and just putting some more little details here and there, and that's pretty much it then. Okay, that is it with the pencil. I think we have gotten everything here. So, now before we start outlining, there is one thing that we need to be aware of, is that we will not be outlining that much actually using the outliner, because a lot of it will be done with the dark blue pencil. So actually the only thing that we will outline is going to be so it's going to be the body, Vulpix's body, not the tail and not the fur on the head, but everything else, and Ninetails' eye, and we'll do the tip of the ear, as well as the body. We'll do that as well. I am changing up a bit. I am changing this a little from the actual official artwork. I'm gonna outline Vulpix's body. I mean Ninetails' body as well. We'll do the eye, do the mouth, and we'll do the nose, as well as the ear and the legs as well. And the paw, and just don't outline the fur, the tail, and yeah, that seems about right. So don't outline the fur here. Otherwise, yeah, outline pretty much everything. And so with the neck, the part of that connects the neck here, we're just gonna stop around here and do similar things for other parts that connect the fur and the body. Also, I almost forgot to mention, we're just gonna lightly rub some of this out, very lightly. Also, do not outline inside the eye. Okay, so that's it with the outlining. So, as you can see, I did not outline any of the fur, or the fur inside the ears, or inside the eye, and little few details here, like I didn't outline some of the lines here. You can if you want, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Like I did here, but I didn't here, so it really doesn't matter that much. Otherwise, yeah, this is all you need to outline. Everything else will be outlined with a dark blue pencil. So yeah, we now just have to leave it to dry for a little, and then what we'll do is we'll rub out. First of all, we'll rub out all of the pencil that is on top of the black marker, and then that is without trying to rub out too much of the part that we're about to outline later on. But yeah, we're gonna rub out everything that's already done with the black marker, and rub everything very lightly. We want to make everything barely visible for the parts that are going to be outlined with the blue pencil, because we can't really rub over it without having it smudge. So that's a lot to think about here. So Okay, so now that I have rubbed out almost everything and the unoutlined part is just barely visible, we are good to use our dark blue. So get your dark blue and basically outline everything that already isn't. That's pretty much it. Okay, that seems to be everything with the outlining now. So I think we are now good to move on to the coloring in. So we'll start off with just something that we barely use, it's just the pink, and the only thing we use this for is the inside of Vulpix's mouth. Just like that. There we go, you can barely even tell, so barely use that. And let's see. First, we'll start off with the you know what, let's just start off with Vulpix because it's easier. Maybe we'll start off with the eyes actually. Yeah, let's do that. We'll start off with the eyes. So just draw an oval just like this, very lightly. So it's gonna be, the colors are going to be divided up into 3 parts in Vulpix's eye. So the 3 colors are going to be the grayish blue and just the normal blue. Not the dark blue, just the normal blue. So with the grayish blue, that's gonna be the top bit, about half of the eye, I'd say. Yeah, it takes up about half. So it's gonna arc down like this. And then we use normal blue, and we're gonna be using normal blue for the other 2 shades. So it's going to be one smaller one at the bottom here. So the bottom one is going to be much lighter. Just fill this in with the blue. And the bottom one is just going to be a very light blue using this. Let's see. Now I guess we'll also use the dark blue for the inside of the ear. That's easy, we're just gonna fill this in. Okay, and also the nose, I guess. We'll color in the nose with the same dark blue. Okay, and also the other ear, almost forgot to do that one. And we'll do, you know what, we'll just do the eye, the ear, and the nose for Vulpix, for Ninetails as well. So Ninetails, same color for the ears, or I guess in this case just one ear. And with the eye, it's just going to be the two colors. It's just going to be, so for the eye, once again, we're going to put a circle, except much smaller this time. It's going to be here. And then we're just going to have two shades of blue with the same pencil. And bottom arch is going to be much lighter, and it's just going to be these two colors. There we go. And that is it. And so now we'll just do Vulpix for now. So let's see, the only thing there is really to do for Vulpix is, okay, so first we'll just get our grayish blue. Get your grayish blue, and very lightly we're just going to shade some of its tail. So it's just going to be the middle part here. Okay, and also do the same thing up here. So just gonna shade a bit in the middle area and a little lower as well. Okay, and let's see. That's pretty much it with that. And we're gonna have a tiny bit of gray this time. Gonna have a tiny bit of gray, very, very lightly, barely visible at the bottom here. And we're also gonna have some underneath the head a little. Okay, and let's see, now we're just gonna color. Okay, so now I'm gonna get our normal blue, and very lightly we're just going to color in the bottom of its feet, or the leg, just like this. We're just gonna fill it in. Okay, so that is pretty much it with Vulpix. So a little bit is gonna stay white for Vulpix, except Ninetails now is where stuff gets difficult. Okay, so with Ninetails, practically all of it is going to be colored very, very lightly with the blue. So there are going to be some parts that aren't colored in. For example, like the top of its head, or a bit here, or the top of its fur here. It's gonna get lighter towards the bottom of its feet, and same goes for the tip of the fur on the tail. And yeah, so basically otherwise you color practically everything in very lightly, and then we're gonna do some more shades later. So we're just gonna make some parts darker with the blue, which is going to be this part. We're just gonna do pretty much what we did here, except with the blue. So just around the middle. And also I forgot to outline this part, so yeah, just do that. And I don't know, I think once we finish that, we finish the drawing. Yeah. Alright, I think it's done. Yes, it is. So, that's it. Now I'm just gonna get my trusty pencil, and I guess I'll write up here Alolan Vulpix and Ninetails. Alright, that's it. So be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this drawing tutorial, and be sure to comment down below what you would like to see me draw in future videos, and be sure to subscribe down here if you'd like to keep up to date to more drawing tutorials, as well as speed drawings and sometimes playthroughs. And I mean, not sometimes, most of the time playthroughs, but you know what I mean. And guys, seriously, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I could not be more thankful. And as per usual, I will see all of you beautiful people in the next video.